Hello everybody and welcome to episode 35 of To Put It Bluntly. We are back. Has it been a small hiatus again?
Well, you tell me, buddy. You're the one who's busy.
Sorry.
I'm just sitting here twiddling my thumbs.
As you can see, I'm joined by my co-host with the most, Mr. Cameron Keywood.
How's everybody doing? Yes, I am bald. You may have seen footage of me wearing a turquoise wig on socials. That was fake news.
Disgusting behaviour. And for those of you that are watching on YouTube will have seen him, and for those of you that are listening will have just heard him laugh. We are joined by none other than Mr. Unsyted Radio. He is also known as Mr. Chad Bouton.
What's going on, you guys? It's so good to be on here. And to put it bluntly, I have had this on my professional bucket list for a while. When you guys announced you were going to do this podcast, I'm like, I definitely want to be on an episode one day. So it's awesome to be here. I love you both so much.
It's not even this podcast. He sounds more professional than us.
Yeah, it's amazing. From both of us have recorded with Chad before, and his quality is his radio voice, you could say, is phenomenal. There's a man out there that was built for podcasting. It is yourself, Chad.
Oh, you're way too kind.
That can be taken in two ways. You kind of say, "Oh, you got a voice for podcasting." That's kind of saying voice for radio.
A face for radio.
That's an insult.
I'd rather do podcasting than radio, to be honest.
But we'll start this episode off as always by discussing, just asking, what's everyone been up to? How's everyone's week? We're post-release season, I would say. So the dust has settled on the major releases of the year.
Yeah, Big Jeff Jamboree usually is the last thing.
Yeah, we've done the Game Awards, which we will discuss in depth later. We're not doing patch notes this week, or I've forgotten it. Cameron's shaking his head already. Cameron is shaking his head at me already.
Hard reset,
yeah. And we're going to have an extended special to discussing the Game Awards, but we'll get onto that shortly. So, my question to you both now is, what have you both been playing lately? If you've had time to game.
Yeah, I mean, I can go first if you want me to. All right. So, the game that I've been playing recently, again, we'll get into the Game Awards later, but it is a game that was nominated at the Game Awards. It's South of Midnight by Compulsion Games. It was a game that I was really interested, especially since, Steve Saylor, Sightless Combat and all of them, all the ones that we know.
Yep.
We're talking about some of the blind accessibility that it has in the game. So obviously at the time it released, I was way too busy and finally have gotten around to playing it. And while it still does have some accessibility barriers, all in all, I've loved the game. I think it's a fantastic game, and I've had a lot of fun with it. It's been a great experience. Obviously, there's been my struggles where, I've had to have someone help me, but there's been a lot of independent play, which I think was the most important thing that I always want to point out is like those moments of time where I'm doing all the platforming, all the combat, navigation, there's been a lot of that, and, it's been a wonderful experience.
Love that.
Ooh, what have I been playing? I had my PlayStation Wrapped this week.
Oh god, yeah, your PlayStation Wrapped is incredible.
It's a bad year for me. If you really only the 2,000 odd trophies. 2,000, just under 2,000 hours. Bad year for me.
I can't comment yet because my my yearly Xbox review hasn't dropped, so I can't comment yet on the amount of hours.
I know every company, they got a LinkedIn one.
Oh yeah, I haven't bothered with LinkedIn. Monzo, my bank account had a 2025 Wrapped. I was like, I don't need to see how much.
Yeah, they probably roasted it on your Xbox.
On shit. So,
that sounds like the worst one they get a year in review for.
I don't want, and like I got there
You
was
spent £6,000 on children's toys.
yeah I got yeah. For those listening, I do have a child. It's not because
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. All
I
them
got-
behind
Well,
on
it
is
could be half you, half kid.
So one of the things was the legend of Mathew and taking the Call of Duty too seriously. You spent more than most on Xbox. You never pass on a game. I'm like, I don't need to know this, right?
don't play games.
I've
You
got a
play
crib.
the same 5 games.
I've got a crippling addiction to in-game currencies. I do not need to know it, okay? Don't shame me at the end of every year by going...
Ooh. Yeah, I wouldn't want to know back in my gacha days, like
Exactly.
how much money I was spending.
Yeah. For the listeners, I got the FC26 Platinum, finally.
Oh, this has been an ongoing saga. I am glad to say I did try and help him. I didn't help
You
him.
did help me get the division.
I got you up with one division, but...
EA, I've sent to a list. You better check it twice. That's all I'm saying.
Cameron's the Father Christmas of access, Father Christmas of trophies, achievement.
Achievement accessibility. I think that rolls better off the tongue because it's AA.
Yeah, Cameron goes to AA meetings.
Yeah, that's the plan. Set up AA meetings, all the major companies, and there we go.
Right.
Other than that, I played a bit. I started and finished the story of Dispatch, the superhero like Telltale, ex-Telltale devs. Really good. I enjoyed it. I just got to go back through it now and make the other choices as you do with story-driven games, just to get a full experience. But yeah. And Wobbles, what have you been playing that you could tell us about? Because obviously I know.
Borderlands 4 still. I am trying to get that completed. Playing For the King 2 again.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, Cameron.
Yeah. I got roped into one session and then they haven't invited me back since.
I want to do it again on the harder difficulties with Tito, so we will probably draft you in for that. And that's it. Cameron, have I been playing anything else? Have we chatted one? Because no, it's been like I've been playing a lot.
Oh
of stuff
you've been busy with work and now and
yeah, I've been away for work and like just been So yeah, no.
I know. I gotta tell you, Wobbles. It's been amazing to see what you're doing now with Mini Cats. It's I've known you for a couple of years now, and to see your journey and where you're at now, well deserved. All the congratulations. I mean, you're doing great work, and you're an awesome advocate and consultant.
Oh, thank you very much. I try, and that's what I say to people.
and as his award-winning campaign manager last year, he's not nominated
yes,
this
indeed.
For God's sake. Yeah, you can't be nominated for this one again, just to clarify. So yeah.
Was it Breakthrough or something like that? But anyway, yeah, you can't be nominated more than one Switch. I think it's a fair rule. Gives other people opportunities.
No, it's fine.
So the 6 deserved nominees this year. We'll probably go over GA Comfort boards when the results are revealed.
You got yourself a good partner, my friend Wobbles. Cameron here, the manager.
Yeah, so I make the joke that Cameron's the brains and everything behind the brains and the beauty. I just turn up.
Yeah.
And try not to get.
I am the producer.
Yeah, Cameron's the producer.
If everybody knew the amount of producing I do behind the scenes, I'd get a job.
By that he means texting me to go, have you done it yet?
Yeah.
But,
I'm joking, producers. I'm joking. I know you have a very hard job, and all respect to you.
So,
I want to burn bridges before I make it in the industry.
People have listened to me and Cameron waffle enough over the last 35 episodes. Let's hand over to our guest, because he's got a very, very cool, interesting story. He is well known across the pond in the accessibility space. I've had the pleasure of working on some projects with him that didn't quite go to plan, but that's how things work out sometimes. So, Mr. Chad, who is Unsyted Radio? And I always say it sounds really deep, but it's not that deep.
Unsyted Radio, Unsyted Parasite, Unsyted, whatever you want. I'm sticking with Unsyted, so whatever version of that you want to go with, I'm Unsyted. But I am Chad Michael Bouton. I am an accessibility consultant. I, of course, am a podcast host myself. The Unsyted Radio. Used to do it alone, but now I do it with my good friend, mutual friend, Simon O'Gorman, owner of Adapt IT over in Gloucester, England. Shout outs to my buddy Simon. We love you.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Big say.
Yeah, absolutely. Then who I am and what I do. Like I mentioned, I'm an accessibility consultant, but I definitely did not intend to be an accessibility consultant. I didn't go to school for it. I was going to be a teacher. I went to college, got my history degree, wanted to be a teacher for middle school children, and just never got the chance because at the time there was a lot of budget cuts going on, and everyone that I was talking to, they just kind of told me, right now it might not be a good place for someone with a disability to try and, break into, which is always discouraging because I feel no matter how safe an environment or industry, it's never easy to break into it. If you have a disability of any sort.
Let's rewind a little bit. So what is your disability, Chad? Because obviously Unsighted very definitely points at one thing, but...
Yeah, so we have to speak a bit louder, is what you're saying.
Yeah. So I am blind. I've been losing my vision since I was 11 years old due to autosomal recessive retinitis pigmentosa. Both my sister and I have a younger sister by a year. We both have retinitis pigmentosa, and we were both diagnosed at the same time. So same day, same time. My parents both found out that both their children have a progressive eye condition. It's going to basically, make them go blind. Doctors obviously say, with this kind of, inherited retinal disease, you could go completely blind, or, you could just kind of spend the rest of your life, going through, kind of moments where you have stable vision, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, hey, you're going to lose the ability to do X, Y, Z. And that's how it's been. I had plenty of years where very stable visual acuity, didn't need a cane, didn't need a guide dog. I've never been able to drive, so, there's that, but I honestly don't really care. I've never been able to drive. But I would say that it wasn't until I was 21 where I really started to notice just how impacting that the eye condition I have could be to my confidence and independence. I took a year off college when I was 21 to go get my guide dog. Have him on here on my t-shirt. You might not be able to see it, but I have a t-shirt on that is a picture of my guide dog, Andros, wearing reindeer antlers because it's the holiday season and I wanted to be festive.
Yep. The brief was festive. Wobbles didn't get it. He's turned up in an Miami t-shirt.
I've got a Grinch hat, but my head...
He had a Grinch hat. That is true.
My head gets hot in it. It's like a proper thick Santa's hat, and it's like ridiculously hot. So I'll swap in and out. We'll do that. But
yeah,
I can't deal with heat. At the moment, it gets like my head especially. But yeah, weird things with Wobbles.
Yes, but got my guide dog. Learned that my disability, as much as it is a big part of my life, doesn't define me, doesn't keep me from being successful or happy. But yes, I am blind. I have other disabilities as well. I was diagnosed before I was 30, around 28, 29, officially with autism spectrum disorder.
Ooh, autism!
Kind of makes sense looking back. Like, oh yeah, that wasn't just anxiety or depression. That was autism. Yep. I do have depression, anxiety though, but yes, late in life diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder. So there's that as well. But
so that's interesting, really, because I'm early diagnosed, and I think Wobbles, you as well.
Yeah, I was early diagnosed. Yeah.
So it was a weird perspective for us when we see someone late diagnosed. It's like you could tell, but it's just the official diagnosis hasn't come through. And I always see it as a Dark Souls boss fight. You've got a boss fight in Dark Souls, and you don't know what you're doing. and you keep dying over and over, and then somebody tells you, "Oh, here's the strategy. Here's how you can help." Suddenly, it's still hard, but it's doable. Thank you, available for TED Talks at your nearest.
I was about to say, yeah, that's a good comparison.
No, but you get what I'm saying. It's like once you know, it's like, oh, thank God, I can get the support. You can get everything you need.
Absolutely. And just everything makes sense about you. You start really learning more about yourself. You start to be a lot less judgmental. Like when people say, like, well, you could be a bit more social, or maybe stop talking so much about your interests and hobbies at events because no one else wants to talk about it, or you need to talk, stop with the selective mutism. And you're just like, this is all great advice, but at the end of the day, I can't do it. I want to do what makes me comfortable. And then that was the biggest thing of like, I'll mask, but not even knowing that I was masking. And then of course, now here in my, I'm about to be in my mid 30s here in a couple of years. It's just like all this time I was just masking and I didn't even know I was doing it. And, like you said, now that you have all this information, you're just like, okay, this all makes so much more sense. I wish I had this knowledge when I was growing up.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, the earlier they catch it, but that sounds like it's a disease. The earlier, you get the diagnosis. Now, it definitely helps. It's definitely easier. Yeah. Wobbles, you got anything to add? You look like you're quite content there, sitting grinchily.
No, I was just listening to you two.
Oh, you are part of the podcast. You can't.
No, I know. I'm fine. It was a good conversation. I'm not going to jump in and
you talk. Damn it.
throwing stuff in.
Yeah, but to pull it back a little bit, I did want to be a teacher. Didn't pan out. I got lucky enough that when I graduated college and was looking for employment, I was able to find employment at the guide dog school where I got my now retired guide dog, and was able to move away from my hometown, which was very discriminatory against blind people. Just didn't understand the whole like, oh, you don't look blind. But yeah, it's like, okay, but I'm blind. Disability has no dress code. You're going to tell me what I'm supposed to do, look like, act, because if I'm disabled, it doesn't work that way. So I was so happy that I was able to move away from my hometown, start making a life for myself. I was a philanthropist on the corporate side. I did live events, and it was really, really fun until the pandemic happened, and then I lost my job and had to figure out what am I going to do next. And just thankfully, at that time when I was working as a janitor, hating my life, to all the janitors out there, you guys are awesome.
Yep.
Just not for me. Not
a very underappreciated profession.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Oh, you guys deserve all the money you earn and then more.
I think them and the CEO should swap pay.
But at the time where I'm just, feeling miserable and wondering, like, what do I do next? Because I still want to help my community. What should I do? And at that time, I just started getting back into playing games. And then one day, I do have an adoptive sister that my parents took in. She's older than me by 2 years. And she texted me one day just asking a question that I think we've all been asked as disabled gamers. Why do you still play games, even though it's now a lot harder for you to do so because of your disability? And just really made me think, like, why do I continue to play games, even though my disability makes it pretty hard to do so? And by asking myself that question, she encouraged me to reach out to a number of publications to see if they would let me share my story. Drafted up this huge, big formal email, sent it to 30 different publications, got 29 no's, but thank God Nintendo Life came back and said, would you like to publish a story for us? Talking about the Nintendo. Talking about the Nintendo Switch, reviewing the console, reviewing the games. talking about the blind accessibility or lack thereof. And that's really what started it all, because with that one review, that one publication, someone over at the RNIB, they saw my article, they read it, they reached out to me, asked me to come on the Connect Radio show, talk about blind accessibility in video games. And this was around 2022. And that's what started it all. Started using my voice, understanding the power of my lived experience as a disabled gamer. And they, kept giving me more things to record. I kind of liked getting to record and talk about disability. Asked them if, could I do this myself? They're like, of course, you could do a podcast. So I already had the equipment because I had tried to do YouTube and Twitch while I was still working as a janitor. Never really went anywhere, but I had all this equipment, spent all this money. So I thought, hey, might as well use it, try and do the podcast. And man, did it pay off. It's paid off in such a big way. Started the podcast. It was called Hindsight is 2200 in the beginning. Changed it to the Unsyted Radio. And it was when I was reaching out for guests that I was able to find people like Ian Hamilton, Sightless Combat, and they really helped me in the beginning. They got me a lot of my first work, unpaid and paid, and just getting the experience, really starting to explore the wonderful world that is accessibility consulting. And I'm very grateful that they helped me. They gave me a chance because, 3 years later, I've got to do some amazing things and continue to get to do some amazing things. So yeah. I'm very blessed and fortunate that, I was welcomed. I always kind of feel like, do I belong? Am I good enough? That imposter syndrome is big with me. I've always struggled with that, but I've always been welcomed. People have always given me help, yourself, Wobbles, and Cameron, you've always been kind to me when I reached out to you originally. So yeah, I love our community, and I love this space, and I'm just very grateful that I get to do the work that I do.
Kudos to them.
Yeah, no.
I don't think we could add anything to our sentence.
Because when you're in accessibility, I've realised if you're not an arsehole, you're
there's not many.
There you'll do well to do well because people will help you and support you. And I think when people make it, and that's a big thing in the accessibility community, and people that survive in the accessibility community is a word. I don't know, the word survive isn't the right word, but it means you've got a nice personality. You are someone that's respected, and that's what I think, Chad, that says it all, because that's exactly how I describe you, someone that's respected and a nice person. And
well, thank you so much. That means a lot. I'm such an enemy to myself. I never feel like I'm doing enough. I have name value, but I mean, to hear it from you too, it does help. It goes a long way.
Can you tell
just
us...
need someone to believe in it, like you said, Ian and Sightless for Wobbles is obviously Chris from Many Cats, give him a chance.
Yeah. Can you say anything you've worked on? I don't know what your NDAs
are
like.
Yeah. I have a couple of things that have released and the credits have gone. So so my first credit was actually a special thanks credit from the Softleaf studio who developed Stories of Blossom. I did not work on the game, so it was amazing. This is a fun story. If Sightless is listening, this is shout out to you. This was hilarious. So the game releases, obviously I'm really excited about it. I had the founder of Softleaf come on my podcast, years before the game released. I continued to always hey, you guys, look out for this game. It's got all this blind accessibility. You should definitely play it when it comes out. So it releases. I'm excited. About to go and download the game because the studio was nice enough to give me a code. So, there I am. And then all of a sudden get a DM from Sightless. And he's like, I didn't realize you were in the credits for Stories of Blossom. I'm like, I'm not. And then he proceeds to ghost me. He does not respond to me after I say I'm not. And I'm like, well, what's going on? So I'm like, all right, I'm going to download the game. I've got my code and go to the credits. I'm not expecting my name at all. And then right there, special thanks, right after the man himself, Ian Hamilton, Chad Michael Bouton. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I'm like, I didn't do anything. I just gave you a little bit of media coverage. Obviously, I believed in the game, and I tried to, word of mouth. And I'm like, that's amazing that a creator, a developer would be like, because you've been kind enough to us. And again, it speaks to, like, if you're not an asshole to developers and you're nice to them and you offer constructive criticism, they might do something nice for you. You never know. You never know what will happen to you. Like, that's why, like, don't burn any bridges as much as you can. But that was amazing. That was like the first, like, oh shit moment that I had when I started. And then I've been working with the developer Upheaval, Alex Leone, on and off as she continues to develop the game. I've done a number of work with him, helping with the screen reader, the verbosity, the usability of the game. So that's been great. And then, of course, like, oh my God, I can't believe the life I'm living right now as an accessibility consultant moment was Sea of Thieves. Getting to work with Rare on one of the accessibility features they did for the hint system and making it more accessible for blind gamers. That was such like a full circle moment because, I didn't always have the level of vision I do now. With RP, it's a progressive condition, so I didn't start to have to use like screen reader, audio description, navigational assistance until about 2019. That was kind of the period where my vision was like, okay, you are no longer able to play games on your own. So up until that point, my entire life had been, gaming as if though I'm a fully sighted gamer. And growing up, my first consoles were the Game Boy Color and Nintendo 64. So Rare was a huge part of my life. Donkey Kong 64, Banjo-Kazooie, Conker's Bad Fur Day, which I shouldn't have been playing, but I was anyways. So like to have like the studio that was like my childhood to then be like a game that I got to work on and have my name in the credits for. It's like, wow, this is amazing. Like, if only I could have told like the young Chad, like, guess what you get to work on later in life? Guess who's gonna ask you to help them?
It's that.
I think Wobbles did the same with Xbox.
Yeah, it was kind of Xbox or FC. That I would tell 16-year-old, like 15-year-old me that you'd be working with FC one day is mad. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably one of those moments where you're like, is this real life right now?
Yeah, it's a big like show of your professionalism when game studios like that invite you in.
Yeah.
And how you, especially like I know from dealing with Xbox in the past, it's all about conversation and it's how you present yourself in conversation, and it's about, like you've said previously, not being an arsehole to the developers and things like that. And it's a credit.
By all means criticize, but make it constructive.
Yeah.
Like.
I mean, we don't have to pat them on the back, but we should, because they do great work. And obviously everyone knows I have a lot of personal bias when it comes to Xbox, but I owe them a lot. I owe Anna Wastemeyer a lot for helping me in the beginning to get enrolled in the accessibility program they have over there, which is an amazing program. And definitely everybody should try and enroll and see if they can get in, because they will take you no matter what your lived experience is, what your level of gaming is. They're amazing. And, Xbox, I mean, they opened the door and they've never closed it behind me. So a lot of kind things to say about Xbox and helping me to really get some legs in this world, because it can be very competitive, and when you don't know how to start, just finding those people that are willing to help you and really just get you the experience you need, it goes such a long way.
I think that's a very true statement. It is about the people that you can, especially in accessibility, it's about the people that can help you on the way and who,
and then paying it forward when you're in that position.
That's
definitely.
the big thing.
Absolutely, and that is the big thing. Like, I am a big pay it forward person. Like, if I am standing on the shoulders of giants, then I want to help people, climb up and stand on mine. I'm just like, I'll help you as much as I can. Whether it's paid or unpaid. Like, I do a lot of work with colleges and the students that are pursuing masters and doctorates, and their projects they have to do to complete their their formal study. And I have a lot of fun just helping with that, just any little moment I can, big or small. I try and do as much as I can with my energy and what and what I have in terms of obligations versus free time. But I want to try and do as much as I can for as long as I can. And I don't really think of myself and the legacy I leave behind, because I try not to think about what I'm doing, but what I'm doing for others.
No, I love that. The question is, what's next for Chad?
Well, I can't talk about what's next, unfortunately. I would love to talk about what's next.
Try once. We'll try it next time.
Yeah.
Because it's amazing. But what I can say is next year I will be actually getting to travel. I'm going to go to Tennessee in about March, and I'm going to work with a company called Signal Centers. They are a huge organization out of Chattanooga, Tennessee, and they've asked me to come and be a part of their spring break camp. So it'll be a 3-day camp. And I'm going to expose their students to accessibility in gaming. So bringing consoles, helping them learn, and doing a little bit of what we did at the Disability Expo back in the day, Wobbles, and just trying to see, if I can find some people that just don't think maybe gaming's for them, or maybe they just haven't found the right games for them yet.
I love that.
So just kind of trying to reinforce, gaming is for everybody, and when everybody plays, everybody wins.
I don't think we need to say anything else in that section, in all honesty. I think Chad's Cameron's just cut the scene and gone, right, there we go. No. I say, Chad, we've wanted you on for a while. We've had crossing trains and we're between the three of us, it's been a bit of a calendar nightmare. But
with YouTube, to be honest, like I say every time, my calendar's free at the minute. That might be changing in the new year.
So, what we'll do now is we'll take a short interlude, and then we will come back and discuss
the Game Awards.
The Game Awards. Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Hello, everybody, and welcome to part 2 of this, to put it bluntly, episode 35 Game Awards Extravaganza Special. Part 1.
That really rolls off the tongue, Cam. Nice and
Try saying it 3 times when you're pissed. That's all I'm going to say. No, we'll try saying it once.
Yeah,
So anyway.
Yeah.
It is Game Awards. What we're going to do is we're going to go through all the reveals. I will cover the reveals. Wobbles will cover the awards, and we'll have a bit of a discussion about each. So I think, Wobbles, we will start with what was the first award?
So the first award, I haven't got the nominations. I've just got the winner. I'm not going. We've done an episode on all the nominations. We'll also ask what everyone's personal preference would have been. But the best family game was won by Donkey Kong Bonanza. I can't comment because I've not played it.
Sonic Racing was nominated, so I was a bit disappointed.
Not to say I can't comment because obviously I can't play it. I would have loved to have played it because I was, huge fan of Donkey Kong 64, and Bonanza kind of feels like it was capturing everything that made that game great. So we love to play it. Happy it won.
Yeah, I say I don't have an issue with it winning.
I don't have an issue with it winning. I would have liked Sonic to win because obviously I put a lot of hours into Crossworlds.
But yeah, so that was yep. We'll move on to the next award, or do you want to do?
Yeah, what was the next award? What was the second award?
So the second award announced in the excuse my French, in the fucking pre-show. Chad's already got a smirk on his face because he knows where I'm going.
Yeah.
It's the innovation in accessibility.
Why is on the pre-show?
Year 1, this award was in. It was on the main stage.
Yep.
Year 2, it was main stage presented by Morgan Baker.
Mm-hmm.
Was it? Mm-hmm. It was main stage presented by Morgan Baker, wasn't it?
It was main stage. Yep.
And then the last 2 years. Yep, 2 years has been.
Yep. Pre-show.
Why?
Yeah, I don't understand the thought of because when they introduced the category, I think everybody was excited. Well, at least with our community, we were so excited that we had this category. On main stage, Last of Us Part 2 wins, which again, if you wanted another game to win, awesome. But of course, for me,
that game.
I owe that game. That's the reason I have a career. Is that game?
That's the reason all of us have careers. Let's be honest.
Yeah. So and then of course next year, Forza Horizon 5 won. With a big.
Wobbles was pleased with that. He loves racing games.
But a big emphasis on the sign language, the live sign language, which that's amazing. That deserves an award. And then the last couple of years, it's just all of a sudden fallen off, and it's on the pre-show. And I'm just like, as someone with a disability, we have a hard enough time feeling valued and as if we want to be included. And I know people don't like to think of the Game Awards as like the Academy Awards for gaming, but it kind of is because it brings the most eyes and it gets the most money put into it.
It's the Oscars.
And to have us thrown off the main stage to the pre-show, it's just like, okay, so are we no longer good enough to have this major award on the main stage?
Yeah.
No,
I was watching. I watched a bit of it. I fell asleep halfway through it, so I missed a couple of the reveals, but I was caught up. I was a bit disappointed when I was the second award. When, to be honest, case for the content creator of the year was, I'm sure some people do it, but they have their own streamer awards. And then best esports team. I'm sorry, but I just don't get esports like.
It shouldn't be second behind.
Like obviously, I know people that like in my local scene, and they're really trying to do well for esports, and all power to them. I'm glad it's working where I am, but as far as like it's like me and Wobbles love like football. Like I can't imagine loving an esports team the same I'd love football team.
It's my comment is they've got best family game and best innovation and accessibility off the main stage, which tells you all they need. They don't think they're proper games or they're important. I'm going to throw that straight out there. And I think next year they should have best performance in the warm-up and see how Jennifer English, because she's going to win it again, how she likes getting up in the pre-show. Because she wouldn't, would she? So...
Yeah, and she wouldn't have had that amazing opportunity to bring awareness to, the neurodivergent, community, which that was an amazing opportunity for her to shout out her community, our community, because we're all part of it as well. So, amazing spotlight. But imagine you have that moment, but it's not even on the main show. You would not feel probably as good giving that speech had you been able to do it on the main show versus the pre-show. And that's just kind of how I feel with the Innovations and Accessibility Award. But, to give a little bit of positivity, I have no problem with Doom winning. I'll be honest, out of all the games that were nominated, I did not think that would be the winner. That's no shade to Doom. No shade to Doom, because it's amazing that it's on its journey. It's beginning a journey of making its game accessible, which we should always celebrate. But if I'm being honest, I thought, for me personally, it would maybe be FC26, just because the high
don't give him an
contrast mode.
inflated ego. He's already got one.
Well, here's the reason: a high contrast mode in a sports game has never been done before,
PvP,
and to even then push it into competitive play, where we have a hard time being able to use our setup because we're told it's an unfair advantage. I love there's a studio out there that's like, bollocks to that. You should be able to play regardless if it's competitive or leisure with your setup that helps you with your disability. And that's why I'm like, that's a shoe-in, or, of course, personal bias. Would have loved South of Midnight, but that's just because I love the game.
I voted for FC, but I appreciate Doom. I played them both.
Yeah.
But so it was good though. So kudos to Doom, kudos to Bethesda and ID. Great to see you guys starting to prioritize accessibility.
I obviously have a obvious bias towards FC and Atomfall because I worked on both. Yeah. But honestly, any of them games,
as well. Yeah, that was another.
Atomfall was another one. Shadows.
It's nice to have a year where we're going, actually 3 or 4 games could have won it, not just like one company's run away.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I wouldn't have been mad if Shadows won either, because it did some great things as well.
Like there's other games that didn't get recognised as well. Like we've had F1 25, they added audio driving assistance this year.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, and it's like you've nailed it actually there. Doom, I think, is a good winner because they're recognising that actually they're starting to give a damn about accessibility almost. Like it's something that they've added. Bethesda, we haven't seen it in. We have seen it, but not to the level in titles before where Doom, they kind of stepped it up a level.
Yes.
And I do think that's definitely worthy of a recognition. And I have got absolutely no issues with it.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I was just saying, like, you mentioned how, like, for you played Redfall and how you loved what they had in the game.
Yeah.
So like we started seeing, like, prior to this new game from the studio, that they were already starting to realize, like, there's a lot of people that would like to play our games. Maybe we should really, prioritize this instead of leaving it to be accidental.
Yeah, 100% agree.
Obviously there were a couple of reveals on the pre-show.
Yeah.
Yes, there were.
Free Shepherd, which was looked like a lovely shepherd dog game. Reminds me of home.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it does.
Wales is known for his farms. Lots of sheepdogs. I used to have a sheepdog. Then we had a Souls-like. I don't think we've seen many of them recently.
Don't start me off.
But that's on Steam. Audio Mech, which again is another Steam. It's a musical shoot 'em up, which has been getting a few recently. I think of Metal Hellsinger, and I can't remember the other one. There's another one.
I just think it was kind of cool though, like how the different noises and stuff have different powers. So it was pretty cool. If I'm being honest, I probably won't be able to play it, but I thought the concept was pretty interesting.
And then we had an update on Pragmata, which was revealed, I want to say 2019.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've known about it, but
it's finally got a release date, 24th of April next year, on all consoles and PC. And if you have Steam, is a demo right now. Solasta 2, which is a CRPG featuring a star-studded cast of voice actors, all the usuals. Again, that's on Steam, 12th of March. And then, quite an interesting game, a game called Tank Rat, where it's a sci-fi combat game where you build a tank and wage war against machines.
Yeah, that's Steam only though, isn't it? Because I was looking at, is it Steam only?
No, it's PS5 as well.
Is it PS? Oh, I was looking into
PC and PS5. And then perhaps the highlight of the pre-show, Bradley the Badger.
Oh,
yeah, that was awesome.
I have seen so many people come away from that and be like, I can't wait for Bradley the Badger. Like, you've got some massive games that have been announced. Like I can never say it right. I've dropped a title. You've got just all of them, and then people are going, it's all about Bradley the Badger, isn't it? Because it looks like them platformer games we all played as a kid.
Yeah.
In all
Plus,
honesty,
it so reminded me of like game development in college when uni when like you haven't put the assets in, everything's grey. Yeah, it looked really good. It's going to be, you can wish list it now on Steam. And then the last reveal of the pre-show was a poppy horror game. I've never heard of that genre.
A hoppy horror
Right?
game.
Poppy, Poppy, like the flower.
Okay.
Called Stupid Never Dies, which seem to have an undead duo in love battling against other undead.
That's the one. Isn't that the one developed by like previous developers of other studios, if I'm remembering correctly?
Yeah. That was the final. It's like sort of. It was like a music video sort of thing for it.
Yeah.
So that was all the pre-show.
Oh yeah. That's the one where they had like the punk like rockers.
Yeah. So that's again another Steam. We'll go through a few more awards now. Wobbles.
I've jumped in 4 of them. Best independent game. We all know the winner. It's Claire Obscure. E33. It's absolutely.
If he goes through an award, it's probably gonna be Claire Obscure from now on.
No, it's not just. Yeah.
It was a major award.
Is it an indie?
I knew you were going to say that because that's the discourse right now. It's like, is it an indie? And people are saying, well, by definition, it is an indie.
Yeah, they definitely need to clarify.
Okay, well, should we further clarify what actually defines an indie game nowadays?
Because everyone's like, it only had a budget of 10 million. And I'm like, that's still a big fuck-off budget.
It's only 10 million.
Yeah, only 10 million. Like, that's a budget studios would fucking die for.
Meanwhile, Rockstar Games is like, hold my beers.
Yeah. Hold my beers. I've got 70 billion on there.
No, they're more like hold my caviar.
Yeah. I've got 70 billion.
And in that category,
I thought Blueprint should have won this.
I was about to say, you've got the 3 that everyone's going to talk about is obviously Blueprints, Hades 2, and Hollow Knight Silksong. I would have liked to have seen one of them 3 win it. I'm not an indie fan, as everyone knows. It's a genre I don't play. But looking at Claire Obscure, the art quality, and everything like that. Like, I'm not saying an indie game can't be that high quality, but in comparison to what I would call an indie game, it's not an indie game. I'm sorry.
Yeah. There needs to be an award limit, I think. I think something can't sweep like that because so many games.
No, I don't think it should be that. I think that shouldn't be in that category. In my honest opinion, I think someone needs to look at that and go, right, it was launched via.
If you could buy a small island,
there was originally though. If people may not remember, there was originally one more game nominated for indie game, but the creator basically said, I don't want to be nominated, and had their game pulled because his whole thing was, or she or them, obviously I don't want to, assume, they're like, I've already created other games, so this wasn't my first game, so I don't feel, so I don't feel like I'm an indie, creator, and this is just a pull. They didn't want to be nominated, which, admirable, but if you're a new studio, you set up a new studio to develop this game, then it is an indie game. But I guess if you'll sleep better having your game taken out of the running, then power to you as a creator.
Yeah, best TV adaptation.
Like Claire Obscure, obviously brilliant game, but I don't think it should have swept up like it did.
I think it's best adaptation. I'm going to jump on this one because The Last of Us Season 2 on it. I fucking
I argued many good things about it.
Fallout should have won that for me because Fallout was phenomenal.
I think Fallout was nominated last year.
Yeah, some of the discourse online is like, well, obviously Last of Us Part 2, the adaptation one because Jeff loves Naughty Dog, and people are like, they paid for that one. So I'm like, okay, whatever. But like, I do agree, Fallout was fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Best
I'm over Last of Us. I wish he'd make something new. Obviously, they're doing that sci-fi game, but I mean, they've been milking Last of Us since 2012. Give it a break. Give it hell.
We'll
It
get a
needs
Last of
help.
Us 1 remake. No.
We'll get a Last of Us 1 remake.
Yeah.
I was gonna say they've already remade it, so
Yeah,
they'll
they've
do a
already
remake.
So
Yeah,
we're on
but I think
to
they need to once the show's finished, just let it breathe for a couple of years. I think people look on it more fondly then because it's such a thing has been over, saturated.
Yeah,
Look at
that's
Walking
a
Dead.
very good
When it
point,
first came out,
Cameron.
everyone loved Walking Dead. By the time we got season 7, people were dropping off, and then definitely.
That's a valid point. It's been relevant for so long that I just think people are kind of exhausted and fatigued with the property.
I reckon there should be a law put in place. All governments should do it. You can't remaster a game from the previous generation. It has to be 2 generations apart. So you only remaster PS3 and below. PS2, PS1.
We are on to best.
Go on, Wobbs, I can tell you to tell us the next award winner.
Best action adventure. And I'm not gonna get because I get attacked for this one. Hollow Knight, Silksong won it.
Yep.
I just want to say one thing about this, and I brought it up in the pre-chat. Jeff Keighley, he had something to say about the team winning that award. He said, "See, you did win something." And a lot of people have jumped on Jeff saying that they feel he was a bit disrespectful to Team Cherry, as if though he's saying, you should have come because you won something, and you not coming kind of pisses me off. At least that's the kind of feel I get from online. And I'm wondering, what do you think about the comment? Do you think people are blowing it out of proportion?
Jeff's,
you can take this one.
Whatever Jeff says, he's going to get blown out of proportion. That's
very true.
That's the hard part. I don't necessarily. He's a bit of a asshat. Don't know the bloke personally. Can't comment on that side of him.
No.
But he likes the attention, and he knows whatever he says is going to get traction. And it's an odd one, isn't it? Because as a studio, I don't know how it works. I don't know as a studio if you have to pay, if they'll give you tickets or whatever. I can't comment on that side of it. Maybe.
Yeah, I think you get some free tickets, and then if you want more, you have to pay.
But maybe it's I don't know. Hollow Knight's been raved about for a while. The studio's quite big. I'm surprised they didn't go. Maybe it is because they were they already knew Claire Obscure was going to clean up and they didn't feel that was fair.
That's what people said. It's why go when it's just going to be a Claire Scourge sweep? You're there, you get your one award, and then aren't they from Australia? So it's you flew 20 hours. Just you know what I'm saying?
I get
if I had to fly 20 hours listening to Jeff Keighley talk, I think I would reconsider my life choices.
What else were they nominated? I'm just literally flying through the list. They were nominated for Game of the Year.
They were nominated for Game of the Year.
Also, obviously, we got the annual Muppets, Miss Piggy, and the other one that I can't remember because I didn't get that far into the awards.
Ralph the dog.
Yeah, that's the one.
Chad sounds impressed.
I see the Stackler and Waldorf didn't get reinvited.
No.
I don't understand the appeal of Muppets. I never have. I never will. It's not for me.
Well, they say you attract your own kind.
So me and Cam probably do relate on that level. But I kind of get Hollow Knight was if you're nominated for Game of the Year, you've kind of got to go, right? In my opinion.
Well, to be fair, if I was nominated for Game of the Year and all the other games were at the level that I thought they were, I'd be like, free night out in LA, I suppose.
Yeah, but we'll move on. I've lost my list. It's on that screen. We are now on to. I've done that one. Best indie, best action game was Hades 2. I don't have an issue with that. Probably.
Glad they won something.
Yeah, that's
the thing that this Clave School cleared up so many deserving games.
Didn't
get
anything. Yeah.
It was a very competitive year. So I was happy whenever someone else won. Not to say that Expedition 33 didn't deserve to sweep because, if it did, whatever you feel, it's a good game. But, like with a packed year like this, I was happy when, other games won for sure.
Yeah. Should we go for some more reveals?
Yeah, go on then.
Let's do it.
So I think Jeff kind of messed up because the last reveal was a bit meh. And the first reveal was perhaps the most exciting thing of the entire show. So
I could not agree more. I think they should
Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic, single player RPG from the Old Republic era. And one of the godfathers of RPGs, Casey Hudson, is working on it. He directed the original Knights of the Old Republic. Say I was excited was an understatement. So at first I was watching the trailer and I thought I saw like a mass relay from Mass Effect. I thought, is this Mass Effect 5? And then I saw...
I was the same, because obviously, I'm watching the live audio description done by Janissary, the legend, absolute legend of live audio description. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, what is this? And then she's, giving more and more. I'm like, is this Star Wars? And then, bam, Fate of the Old... I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah. So, and then, well, I'll skip the last announcement just so people have a bit of context. Last announcement was Highguard, which is a FPS from Apex and Titanfall creators.
Mm-hmm.
Blend of fancy and shooting.
It's another hero shooter.
Shooting guns on horseback.
As someone that plays them games and as a multiplayer gamer, I've got a Concorde-sized feeling in my stomach.
I was wondering if that's what you were going to say, because that's my inkling as well. Is this just going to be a repeat of Concorde? And that's what people are saying. They're like, this kind of feels like it's just going to end up like Concorde. And people are pointing out like the like-to-dislike ratio of the announcement, and they're saying usually games that have this much of like a dislike, typically they don't end up doing well in terms of the public.
Yeah, I think it's just because the big reveal gets hyped every year. It's like, oh, it's going to be... People are probably expecting like Half-Life 3. People are expecting another Elder Scrolls 6. Some people were probably expecting Elder Scrolls 6.
It's just the hero, that genre is very overcrowded right now, so it's overly
like
competitive.
Games some years ago. You couldn't move a zombie game every month.
Oh,
so
I think they're stop now.
No, go ahead, Wobbles.
No, I was going to say, I think you're bang on the nail.
Wobbles?
Is it working?
Wobbles, help! I can't hear you. I can hear you.
Can you not hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm joking. Dude.
Don't panic me like that. No, I was about to say I agree with you. It's the camera. I was like, what's going on? Everything says it's still working. It's like that, and I'm going to say it now. Survival games, like everyone's making a survival game where you have to get supplies, build bases, and that feels very much like it's the same kind of thing at the moment.
Yeah. But before we go on to the awards or more reviews, I do agree with you, Cameron. If they had switched the announcement, do the first trailer Highguard and then the last trailer Fate of the Old Republic, that would have left a better impression and tasting the mouths for the more general, players, that are going to play every game that's shown at the the Game Awards. So,
you need to
overall the general
understand
sentiment would have been better.
Yeah. Like obviously, that might be forgotten about in a year or two. So next couple of reveals, we had Divinity from Larian, which that was probably one of the most unhinged trailers I've ever seen.
Whew! There were times where I was holding my chest. I'm like, man, this is gnarly.
I loved it because
like,
it wasn't...
I thought the man burning alive was a lot, but then there was somebody whipping themselves. There was a woman bouncing up and down on something. I can't expect it.
But I get what they were going for. It's the whole, like, on the surface, everything's happy, everybody's just living, and then underneath it's just darker than dark.
Yeah, that's what I like. There was a celebration, and then underneath it was like, ooh, hold on, there's something spicy going on here, and then it got real spicy real quick.
Yeah.
What
Bad
do we-
Robot and J.J.
I
Abrams
was just
revealed
gonna touch-
Follow.
I was just going to touch on Divinity. So they've confirmed they're sticking to
Yeah, go
turn-based.
for it. I love turn-based.
Yeah,
They did, yes.
Big turn-based fan.
there was a lot of speculation
I
about
have no
it,
problems with that.
which I don't have a problem with it. Stick to what you know. They do it really, really bloody well, so
Mhm.
don't muck about. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited for that, actually. I've kind of, as I said earlier on, I've been playing for the King, kind of fallen in love with turn-based action games. Not so much playing Baldur's Gate, because that's a bit story-heavy for me, whereas I quite like the combat style and stuff. But I have been looking at Divinity Sins 2 and contemplating a purchase. But yeah, no, I'm very excited for that one.
Yeah, I got the PS5 update. It was on sale because, so I think I got it for like 12 quid, which, yeah. Obviously, I said Fallout, which is a third-person sci-fi shooter which you are constantly killed, reprinted, and sent out into a world to do it all again.
I thought the
Co-op.
trailer was really good, though. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know if I'll be
trailer
able to
was
play it, but like the trailer really piqued my interest.
And then the last reveal for now was former Naughty Dog Bruce Straley, I think is pronounced. He's basically it was him and Neil Druckmann for Uncharted. His new studio is doing a game called Coven of the Chicken Foot.
Yeah.
I haven't
Which
seen
looked
anything
really-
about that one.
Different from Uncharted.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was interesting. That's for sure.
What was going to go through some awards?
Yep. We've got. Hold on, where have we gone? We won't bother best VR. Won't bother best debut indie again. Claire Obscure.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
We need to cover it.
Yeah. Best independent. Best community support was Baldur's Gate. Best. Right.
Yeah, that may have changed.
I'm sorry. I'm only laughing because of the discourse that's going on online right
that's
now.
why I've got a smirk, and that's why Cam's laughing, because yeah, they're that's changed quickly in the space of a week, hasn't it?
There's people calling for that reward to be returned.
Yeah, so there's now, for people that might not know, there's now it's only probably on social media where you'll see this, but Larian have come out and said there may or may not have been some use of generative AI in titles, mainly in the concept art stage, and let's just say that's gone down like a lead balloon in the world of gaming and their fans, especially considering their fans are quite, I'm going to say it, they are very normally the people that like
they're very passionate.
Yes, they're passionate fans, and a lot of them take the game seriously, the artwork seriously. They then take it into like further levels by writing fan fiction and creating their own art about the games. It's got a very dedicated kind of creative community, and for that community to then find out,
I've been pretending he doesn't know what fan art and shipping is. I read your Master Chief and Dom fanfare.
So it's been quite a wild space at the moment, because everyone's back on the AI.
It continues to keep the Pandora's box of AI and the relevance of just online discourse, and whether we should accept the fact that it's already been introduced and we should just learn how to monitor it.
You're not going to get that genie back in the bottle.
It gets into this big debate where it's very black and white when you talk to people. There's no gray.
There's no gray.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm very much in the gray area. I'm a bit
like red.
I'm in like it's we're not going to go into it actually, because we'll get too far into the ethical.
We want
discourse.
This podcast to succeed.
Yeah.
So we're going to take a Switzerland stance.
So we'll stick with that. Best ongoing game is No Man's Sky. For me, that was.
Oh my god!
What?
That's.
Talk about turning a game.
I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, like they are the definitive story of like talk about dropping the ball upon release, but going on to earn everybody's respect back.
Yeah, it's not quite Cyberpunk what has done it, but not to the level No Man's Sky has done. No Man's Sky has basically created a new game. It's unreal. Fortnite's on there. I'd quite like to see Fortnite because I just think Fortnite's great. Like as a game, I play a lot of it with my little boy, and yeah, I do love their support, their how they constantly change the game.
Mm-hmm.
Cliche wise,
all the events they do, all the add-ons and reveals. I mean, they're very very hands-on.
Yeah.
Kim Kardashian skin this week.
Yeah.
Who would have put money on that?
Sabrina Carpenter. I'm fully there for that. Yes.
Yeah, I will say that it was funny when the nominees were being announced, when they said No Man's Sky. I'm like, man, I literally said right before the award was announced, like, talk about
I'm sure it's been nominated every year since these awards have come in.
It's like just talk about like earning everybody back after, and then bam, it wins. I'm like, hey, it deserves it.
Yeah, it really does. I can't comment on that. I agree with it. Games for Impact. I have only actually played one of these, and that was I've played a little bit of South of Midnight. It's a category that a lot of people are like, what does it even mean? Because it can mean so much. But South of Midnight obviously was highlighted a part of America and heritage, and
So it's kind of funny before you start, Chad, because I know you have a lot to say about this game. It's quite good. It's coming to PlayStation next year, so I'll be happy to play it. And it's funny, that's the only award that an Xbox studio won, I believe.
Let me double check because I
may be wrong.
I was so happy that South of Midnight won Games for Impact.
But if it was, they spent the only award that Xbox won, they spent some of it talking about how it's coming to PlayStation, which I found really weird. Like that, I think it was revealed before the awards.
It was. It was announced prior to the awards that it would be coming to the PS5. And
they should have just left it at that. I don't think they should have said during the actual awards, like, let the developers of that game have their flowers. Mm-hmm. But Chad, take it away, because I know obviously you've played.
I was just gonna say, such a lovely story of just family heritage, trauma, dealing with death, forgiveness. I mean, it's just such an amazing story. And then the music, the soundtrack does not get enough respect. I definitely would have loved to have seen it nominated for Best Soundtrack at the Game Awards, because I think the music adds an extra layer to the story they're telling in the game. I could gush forever on South of Midnight and its story and why I wanted it to win Games for Impact.
No, and like you've said, I think it's deserved. It was come straight from the mouth of Chad. I'm trying to find. I've lost my place on the list. I've gone up and down so much. Best on that one. Best audio design, Battlefield 6. I don't have a problem with that. Couldn't care about content creator of the year.
Best multiplayer.
Best multiplayer. So this is one that I think is very deserved. Shroud got his way. It won one award. Didn't get Game of the Year. It was never going to get Game of the Year. Arc Raiders. So it was up against Split Fiction, Peak, Elden Ring, Night Rain, Battlefield 6, and Arc Raiders. My options for that would have been Battlefield 6, Split Fiction, or Arc Raiders. Arc Raiders has been absolutely massive since it was launched, like huge. So I can't.
Okay, another game that's had the AI.
AI they used AI voices, didn't they? For the voice, so you can change your voice inside the game itself while talking to. In like proximity chat, you can change your voice to have like a female voice or a different accent, and they've used AI to do that, and people aren't very impressed. But it people, no matter what you do with AI these days, people are going to be pissed. Elden Ring Night Rain, I'm so glad to not see win something this year, because I freaking hate Elden Ring. Best sports/racing game. We've got FC26, F125.
Oh, I know you'd love this category.
Rematch, Sonic Racing or Mario Kart, and Mario Kart won it. Again, it's nice to not see F1. FIFA's won it quite a few years on the bounce in it. Did FIFA win it last year and the year before? I can't remember.
I thought Sonic Crossworld was gonna win, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's just me personally.
I knew it was gonna be a toss-up between
I
Mario
think we
Kart
said
or Sonic.
when we were nominated, when we took for the nominations, I think we said it seems to be an over Marioification. Oh, that was the word I came up with. Like Mario games are rated higher than they actually are because of the nostalgia.
Because it's Mario, yeah.
Well, especially when I saw a lot of people weren't really impressed with Mario Kart World.
That was the point. Yeah.
You know, there was a lot of problems. They thought the world was empty. There wasn't enough to do. And then Sonic Crossworld, like I've heard nothing but amazing things, and everybody's just been hype about it. So I thought, like, just from what I've heard and seen, I thought that maybe Sonic's going to win this one instead of Mario Kart.
Yeah, I wouldn't have minded Sonic or FC winning, to be fair. But it is what it is. Let's have some more reveals. Resident Evil Requiem had a gameplay and story trailer.
I wish I could play that game so much.
I don't know, it's Capcom and Capcom. I don't really think they Japanese. I mean, yeah, not really known for their accessibility. Hopefully that'll change.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hire some consultants like Mathew. We ain't called him Mathew. No, I don't like it.
Don't call me that.
Wobbles. Here we go. Don't call me that. You outdid my government name.
No.
Order of the Sinking Star by the creator of Braid. So it's like 4 different games in one, and there's like 1,400 puzzles in it. Looks really interesting. That's Order.
It did look really cool.
Just going to skip over a few because we have to talk about our games of the year as well. Control Resonant next in the Control series.
Man,
play as the main character's brother from the first game.
That trailer was amazing.
Yeah, they always have like really good like trailers, and when you see it like live action. The creator of Yakuza has got a new game called Gang of Dragon, which looks just like Yakuza.
It's just like
Yakuza. He left RRG to stop making Yakuza to make Yakuza.
Yes, it looks like Yakuza without the quirkiness. That's all I think it is. It's Yakuza but serious.
The Street Fighter movie cast came on screen. That is quite a star-studded movie. A couple of wrestlers in there as well.
Paid to have all them there.
Roman Reigns, as well as
If we mentioned the Batman
Dalmatian.
Yeah.
I was just about. That was the next reveal, Wobbles.
Really? I didn't know if I'd missed it by mistake because I was.
Yeah, it's just next. Lego Batman. Love a Lego game. That's coming out on the 29th of May, 2026. And then we had something that most men in the 90s would have loved: some double Lara Croft.
Man.
We had an announcement for the remake of the first game to celebrate the 30th anniversary. And then a brand new game coming out in 2027.
Yeah, Catalyst, and then, of course, the remake of Legacy of Atlantis. Man, both those trailers were amazing.
Wobbs, any thoughts on Tomb Raider?
Yeah, they look good. No. Yeah, they look good. I'm excited for them. Really excited for them. They've got.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Tomb Raider, isn't it? What shocked me again is the Discord around it all on social media. Because I've genuinely seen. I've seen people going.
She's too buff.
She's too pretty as well, which is my favourite one. Like you'd moan if she was.
Yeah.
People moan that she's got. They moaned about what's her name in Outlaws because she had a too strong a jaw. I can't remember the protagonist's name in Outlaws. Yeah. And then they've gone over to Tomb Raider and gone,
K.
That's the one, K. And they've gone over to Tomb Raider and be like, I saw one woman be like, I could not do what she's doing and keep my eyelashes in that shape. I'm like, the fuck are you being serious right now? We're discussing the eyelashes of a video game character.
Well, to go back just a little bit, I saw online online on people talking about how the actress for Chun-Li in the live action Street Fighter is too pretty. They're like, she's not buff enough. Because like the real Chun-Li, she has muscles and she's toned, and the actress is way too pretty.
Yeah, looking forward to Tomb Raider. Play the originals, obviously, and I know Amazon seems to be stepping up their accessibility, so hopefully we'll use them. All right, I didn't think it was that funny. Okay. Anyway, next thing I'm going to go is Marvel Rivals. Just a quick announcement: Deadpool's coming in season 6.
I
quite
just
late
want
to be adding.
Daredevil. Just give me Daredevil, please.
Yeah. And then 007 First Light. It was a bit better than the reveal we got a couple of weeks ago, where it was a car.
Was phenomenal. I don't know what you're on about.
We did a reveal of the villain, who's been played by Lenny Kravitz. Looks pretty damn cool. He has more hair than me, obviously. Not a competition, obviously, but
yeah.
He was
Good old Lenny Kravitz came out to present an award.
Yep. Saros from Housemarque PlayStation is coming out on the 30th of April. Ace Combat 8.
That looked good.
Wings of Thief.
Yeah. 5.
Yeah.
Thief?
Yeah.
I know someone like really into the like Ace Combat, so yeah, doing for them. And then Star Wars Galactic Racer.
I was kind of hyped for that, to be honest.
I am so excited for that game.
What do you think, Wobbs?
I'm very excited for that. Like, that's the one I think, because it's actually got a date. It's got next year. We've already been. It's not been confirmed, but basically, Knights of the Old. I'm going to keep calling it Knights of the Old Republic, even though it's not.
To the Old Republic, yeah. They said 2030, but then he came out and said, "Oh, be out before then."
But yeah, so we could let's say.
We're saying December 30th, 2029.
Is that true though? I mean, you know what I'm saying, like.
So they've come out and said that.
I hate them revealing things too early.
Yeah, so they're saying they're still in
Elder Scrolls 6.
Although it's the same thing with Elder Scrolls 6.
Right. Yeah. It's.
And yeah, pretty much covers like all the big things. Obviously, there'll be a link in the description if you want to see about anything else that we didn't cover.
A couple of the awards left. I want to go Best RPG because I want to discuss this for a brief moment. Avowed, Claire Obscure, KCD, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Outer Worlds 2, or Monster Hunter Wilds, and obviously Claire Obscure won it. How the fuck did Kingdom Come Deliverance not win that game?
Yeah,
I'm sorry. That game was phenomenal.
Yeah, that's at least one where I feel like it should have won.
Yeah, it took RPG
so
to
I am
whole
clear.
new level.
Is that my ever loving backlog? Does it have like decisions and choices?
Yeah, you make decisions, you make choices. You literally have a character tree. You have like everything you want from an RPG game. It's decision based. It's open world. You can do whatever you want. It's so good. Like, I can't work out how people. I think a lot of people just went down the list.
And that's what I'm saying. This Claire Obscure got like decision.
I don't know, but I don't think it's got that level of RPG-ness. Whereas you can actually decide.
That's what I was thinking. That's why I've seen like the discourse around.
You are literally Henry of Skalitz. You take his everyday life. I can't work out how that game did not get more and more.
Yeah, and then there was a bit of uproar because the devs put, we were robbed, and some people took it a bit seriously, but they were posted.
Yeah. It's so unprofessional.
Yeah, they were with the Claire Obscure devs afterwards at the after party, so it looked like it was just one of them where the humor didn't translate, because I think like they're from the Czech Republic.
So
Czechia,
I've got Haley's, my wife's family are Eastern European. They've got a very straightforward and blunt sense of humour, and I think that's what that is.
Yeah,
it's not come across how they wanted it to. And then obviously we've got Game of the Year to finish up, which
what won that?
was Claire obscure. I can't argue it. You've got to just sit there and go, well, it actually deserved it.
No.
My other one would have been KCD2, but it was always going to be Claire obscure.
Yeah, there was. They did that. They won best soundtrack.
Oh yeah, best.
They won the most awards.
Yeah, they won 11 awards.
Because they won. What's it? 11?
Yep, 11. Best.
It was either 9, 10, 11.
Yeah.
It was 11.
They were nominated for 13, I think.
Yeah, they won 11 because it's the most ever, and they equaled what the Titanic won at the Oscars.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Titanic?
Which
Lord
is
of the
insane.
Rings: Return of the King. Yeah, so Lord of the Rings: Return of the King won 11 Oscars, and Claire Obscure won 11 Game Awards, which
is insane.
Yeah.
So
it does bring up an interesting conversation because people are saying there should be a limit of how many awards a game or a movie or an album or whatever you want to say in terms of the relevancy, how many awards they should actually be nominated for. And then on the flip side, people are saying, well, you shouldn't basically disqualify a game because it's so popular and everybody loved it, so everybody's voting for it. So that someone else is winning, and it's kind of like, okay, so you're giving them basically a free award participation. And I don't know, like, what do you guys think? Should there be a limit? Does that dissuade competition? Like,
I don't think there should be a limit.
Go on, I can tell you what about your personal piece.
I don't think there should be a limit at all, because wait until GTA 6 comes out and we'll see what happens then. Although it won't it won't qualify for as many awards. What I don't agree with is the indie side of it for Claire Obscure, because that game is not an indie. That's the only thing that I think it shouldn't have won Best Newcomer and Indie, and it shouldn't have won Best Indie, which is why I think it's got 11. Like, it would have had the 9 awards that God of War won.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But because of the fact it's an indie...
Oh, Last of Us.
It was one of them two. I can't remember which one won 9. It was God of War or Last of Us. Because it comes under the indie bracket, which it isn't. You can't sit there and say that game's an indie, in my opinion. Don't shout at me in the comments, but yeah, that's my opinion. I don't think it should have won that, but that's for me.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think there should be a limit, but I think with how big the Game Awards has become, there should be more that is done in terms of how do we qualify every game in these categories. There needs to be a little bit more refinement in some of these categories and what is and what is not, like, especially for the indie side, because that right now is very, like, no one knows. Like, well, what is an indie? Because apparently no one knows it nowadays.
Yeah, they need to take awards off the pre-show, I think. Just have the pre-show be like trailers. Like, give some indie companies free publicity for free trailers. And then even if they do that thing where they rattle through a couple of awards at the same time, at least it's on the main show where more people are going to see it and they get recognized, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want like a 7-hour show, but like, I still do feel a little bit bad that some developers and creators don't get to go up on stage, give a speech, and receive an award. It's like everyone should have their moment, but then again, of course, it's like, well, this is a show that has sponsors, so we have to do it this way.
Yeah. Well, I think we pretty much covered the Game Awards till next year when Jeffrey's Big Jamboree returns.
Yeah, we've got about 10 minutes, 5 minutes.
All we got now is to cover our games of the year.
Yeah. My game of the
year. Since
Wobbles,
it would normally be top 5, but since Wobbles has only played 3 games this year, we'll go top 3. So, what are your top 3 games of the year?
Borderlands 4.
Just name the games you played.
FC 26 and Indiana Jones comes under this. So Indiana Jones. Actually, scrap FC 26. I'm throwing controversy out there. FC 26 can go out the window, and I will pick Kingdom Come 2.
Yeah, if you're looking for an accessibility consultant, I'm available. I think brilliant. Every choice you make is amazing. Go on, Chad. Your turn.
Yeah, I would go South of Midnight, FC 26, and then Indiana Jones.
Ooh, so Indiana Jones completes the sweep. That's in mine. And also Sonic Racing Crossworlds. And then I got to give an honorable mention, because I played it right at the start of the year, to Persona 3 Reload.
Ooh.
Hey, I love that you're saying Persona because I freaking love Persona.
Yeah, Persona 3. But it has to go to, perhaps, a game that I forgot the name of. I have to get my PSN profile up because I play so many games.
How would you forget the name of your favourite game this
This
year?
is one of my favorite games of the year.
Yeah.
What the bloody hell was it called?
I play so many games.
I can only imagine.
Power Wash
You're less
Simulator
than
2.
2,000 hours.
You go with Power
Ghost of
Wash.
Yote.
Which one?
Yeah, I'm probably going to go with Power Wash.
Illegally Sided would be happy to hear that from you. He loved freaking Power Wash.
Honorable mentions. I'm going to quickly go through Mafia: The Old Country.
I need to finish that. Of course I do.
Doom: The Dark Ages. Sniper Elite Resistance. F125. Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered. And yeah, there we go.
I can't disagree with any of those. Those are all great choices.
Right. I believe that brings us to the end.
Honorable. I will take out the bit because I do the editing, so I will take out the bit where I forgot the game.
Oh no, you can't. You've got to leave that in. Right. That brings us to the end of the episode. What?
Our end of year special. We will not see this podcast now until the new year.
Yeah, we'll have a week off at least.
Where we may have some. We have some news to reveal.
Yeah, we will. Actually, we need to talk about that. But I would like to say, Chad, it has been an absolute honour to have you on.
Yep.
It's been a long time coming, and I feel like we've still got plenty to discuss, so there might have to be a 2.0. Because
perhaps we have to go on their podcast.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Bum bum bum.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look out for them in the near future.
Thickens.
Yeah.
No. Would love to have you guys join me over with Simon once he's freed from work hell.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to go on a podcast and not have to think.
Talk.
So, join us over on the Unsyted Radio, and we continue this.
There will be a link in the dump to Chad's socials and obviously the podcast link, so we'll put that in the dump. But from myself and Cameron, we'd like to thank everyone for the support over the last 12 months.
Yeah, everyone who came to the quiz in spirit and actually there.
Yeah, and
we had a really good time, good feedback.
There will be more of them.
Yeah.
So
a bit less. Maybe this time, Wobbles, we shouldn't give some of the answers away.
We only did it twice.
You did it once, and I did it.
Yeah. So
no,
but Chad, once again, carry on doing what you're doing. You're smashing it. You're making a difference, and carry on into 2026. And again, hope everyone listening has a good Christmas, good New Year, all of that jazz, and we will catch you in 2026.
Yeah, it may be a football episode.
Oh yeah, but no. Again, catch you on the other side.
Bye.
Don't leave call. Press stop record.